some days where just doing the thing, keeping your healthy habits and working on self-improvement, it all just kind of feels like too much and it's a lot, right? But I just want to tell you all that it's easier to pick back up when you only slow the momentum rather than stop it. It's kind of like, an object at rest tends to stay at rest, an object in motion tends to stay in motion. And I think humans work really similarly. Like, today I'm sick as fuck. I feel like I swallowed a bunch of broken glass. My body is one bruise, and I can't breathe through my nose very well. But, you know what I still did? I still got up. I still did my dog sitting duties, and I still even did my little bicep curls and my squats. And granted, I did my bicep curls with a 3-pound weight instead of a 5-pound weight because I was just not feeling it. But I've noticed in myself that on a day that I skip my little exercises, or if I skip taking my vitamins, or any of those good things that I try to do every single day, the next day it's so much harder. So it's like on those days when you don't feel up to the challenge, just half-ass it. Do a little bit, because a little bit is better than nothing. If I go one day without doing any kind of workouts or anything like that, it's so much harder the next day than if I'm having an off day and I don't really want to work out, so I just do like a smaller amount of reps, or I use a lighter weight. The next day it's easier because, hey, I did it yesterday when I felt like shit. I can do it today when I don't feel like shit, and this kind of ties back into that book that Once Upon a Time I was reading last year that I never finished because I have terrible follow-through unless it's like cool fantasy fiction book. But James Clear in Atomic Habits said that he also noticed in his own life, and then with training other people or coaching other people or whatever he did, I don't know, but he noticed that it's easier to just have a slow day than it is to have a day where you stop all the good habits you're trying to build and then pick back up from, it feels like almost step one the next day when you haven't done it. So yeah, this is kind of more rambling. I meant to make this short. This will probably be a video now, but it's just a random car thought that I wanted to share with people, because I know how true it is for myself, and I didn't really realize it until I read it in his book and he pointed it out, and then I was able to observe that in myself as well and realize whoa, okay, so on those days when I feel like shit and I neglect all my housework, the next day it feels so much more overwhelming to go and do the housework that I missed. Whereas if I'm having a day where I don't want to do housework, just even telling myself okay, I'm only gonna put away half the dishwasher, I'm not even gonna put the dirty ones in there. I end up finding the motivation somewhere along the way of half-assing it to as full-ass it as I can, and then I'm pleasantly surprised with myself because I'm I didn't even intend to do all that. And then the next day it's easier to keep doing all those things. So yeah, just keep doing it even when you don't feel like it. All those things that are good for you, all those healthy habits, you're gonna have days where you don't want to do any of them at all. Half-ass it. Do a little bit, because it's easier the next day to pick back up when you've done just a little bit than as opposed to when you've done nothing. Okay.